Hi, as you probably know, my name is Tori, and today I'd like to talk about the TESOL certificate on Coursera, mainly about its course Teach English Now, Reading, Writing, and Grammar. And I hope that I said it right because I'm not quite sure. So the course lasts 6 weeks. In my opinion, it's not that difficult, but it's a bit challenging. At the end of the course, you need to write a lesson plan and also you need to record a micro lesson. If I'm not mistaken, it's like approximately 6 minutes or something. So let's talk about the content. So what I really liked about this course was that it was so visual. So when they talked about reading or writing or grammar, let's just say the way they presented information, it was like, a cartoon or a movie or a mix of that. Reminded me of the cartoon Alice in Wonderland, to be honest. So the first part of this course was about reading. So they focused on types of readers. Okay, so the first reader that they mentioned was the scarecrow reader. I hope I pronounced that right. This is the type of reader who's unable to read. Then they talked about the Tin Man reader, basically a passive reader, and the Lion reader, so a reader who is too focused on social media. And after that, they focused on tips, like how to engage the students into reading activities, so that you should focus on the learners and stuff, like you should give them freedom to choose, and so on and so forth. I don't want to retell you everything about this course. If you want to, you can check it out. I will leave the link in the description. Let's move forward. So they also talked about things like extensive and intensive reading. Basically, it's like reading for gist and reading for details. Reading for gist is like reading for general information. So I won't say that this information was new for me, but on the other hand, like I've mentioned before, the way they presented information, it was so awesome. It was easy to remember, to understand, and afterwards it was quite easy to pass the test. So next, they focused on writing. In terms of writing, I think I took a great deal of notes because they talked about the structure, that there should be something like pre-writing phase, then writing phase, and afterwards a post-writing phase, so that you should stimulate background information. So you don't just start the writing activity with writing. You can start with reading a text or doing some sort of discussion or speaking, and that's just amazing. Okay, let's move forward. I hope I didn't forget anything. So the next thing that I liked, I even wrote it down. There is no such thing as good writing, only good rewriting. And I can relate, because when I started writing essays, I think I wrote it once and then I rewrote it at least 10 times. So yeah, that's so relatable. So another thing that they focused on, that when you write, your writing should be creative, like you should focus on your own ideas and not what the teacher tells you. Let's just say you need to follow your teacher's instructions, but your ideas have to be your own ideas. The next thing, they talked about traits of writing, which are basically the ideas, organization, voice, word choice, sentence fluency, and conventions. By conventions, they mean things like spelling, things like punctuation, and stuff like that. So the pre-writing phase focuses on ideas, organization, and voice. I think I've mentioned it before. So the pre-writing phase, it's not a writing phase, because during that phase, you discuss something with your colleagues or your partners, etc. During the writing phase, basically you're writing, and the post-writing phase, there are several options. So maybe the teacher can check your essay, or you can basically give your essay to your partner, and your partner will check it and give you proper feedback, and vice versa. I think that can be a great experience, because after, let's say, your partner's feedback, you can, add some changes to your writing. Anyway, that's how I understood it. Maybe I'm wrong, but while watching the videos, I came to that conclusion. Another thing that they talked about was grammar. So mostly they talked about how to integrate grammar when teaching. So let's move on. So regarding the lesson plan, after the reading section, we had to write a lesson plan which focused solely on the reading tasks. Then we had to edit the lesson plan, so we didn't write a new one or something, but like every single week we had to rewrite one of the tasks, for instance, to add some writing activities or to add some grammar activities. And at the end of the course, we had like a lesson plan which had all these parts: the reading, the writing, and grammar. Regarding, let's say, the micro lesson, for me, it's not very difficult. I will also leave the link to my video somewhere in the description. It's just you are presenting yourself the way you teach, basically teaching a part of your lesson plan, and that's it. If you don't have any experience, my suggestion, Google basically something like TESOL, Coursera micro lessons on YouTube, and you will have numerous examples to choose from, numerous videos, and it won't be a problem. Another thing I'd like to tell you was about the tests. Again, watch all the videos, because otherwise it can be hard to pass the test. I think you need to have something like 80% in order to pass the tests. In terms of difficulty of this course, I would say this course is approximately 7 out of 10. Yeah, it's quite difficult. But it's not very difficult. So I would say it's sort of challenging, but not very challenging. So yeah, I would say 7 out of 10. Yep. And another thing that I wanted to tell you. Oh, actually, I guess that's it. I actually wrote something like, a plan to record this video. And I guess that pretty much sums it up. So if you guys have any questions, please write in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. New videos are coming soon, hopefully, fingers crossed. And anyway, have a nice day.